What's going on, you guys? I'm going to be showing you how to set up your TradingView chart and basically how to maneuver TradingView. If you don't already know, you're primarily always going to start off right here in the super charts. You get everything: your screeners, calendar, news flow, heat maps, options, markets, community. The only thing that pretty much matters is maybe your heat map, because it allows you to show what is pumping and what is dumping today. So like, let's say Nvidia or Apple are tanking today, we're going to feel that on NQ, we're going to feel that on ES, on SPY, on QQQ. Those are all things that we're going to be feeling it on due to the fact that we are broad indexes and broad ETFs. So to continue back on our chart, it's pretty simple. So to maneuver your chart, to go up and down and make everything look a bit more taller or shorter, you grab it by price and you maneuver it up and down. Same thing with down here. If you don't want to use your scroll wheel, you can grab the time and you move it left to right, and it'll either shrink it or expand it. So to continue going, up here is where you're going to have your replay bar for people who like to backtest. Up here is where you have your alerts, where you're able to see your symbol, whether you want to see an alert for when a price is sweeping a high or sweeping a low. That's also pretty good. And this is where you have your indicators. You can pretty much experiment with all kinds of indicators that you want. The only indicators that I personally use are going to be indicators that tell me what my sessions are and where my EMAs are. For my EMAs, I use kev_ind, and these are the settings that I have for it. And then for my sessions, I use Lux Algo now, and this is pretty much what I have for it. Please make sure that you guys are converting it to your time zone. Now that we're through with that, up here on the top left is where you're going to have your time frames. If you just type on your number pad, you can also switch to it from there, and that's pretty much very simple. Or up here is where you'll be able to see all your time frames. It can go all the way down to 12 months, and you can pretty much see whatever time frame you pretty much want. If you also just type on your keyboard, it's going to bring up your symbol search, so you can easily maneuver in and out of where you want to go to. If you're on super charts right here and you don't know how to get to your chart screen, you're going to come down to markets. Once it loads, you're gonna go wherever it is that you want. So like, let's say you want to go to NQ, you simply go to full chart and it's gonna send you to a chart here. Pretty simple. Now going back to it, this is where we're going to have our drawings. Our drawings are going to be pretty simple due to the fact that if you want to keep a drawing on your chart, all you're going to be doing is adding it to your favorites, and you will start to see up here on your screen. If you do not know how to make a trend line straight, you just simply hold down shift and it's going to allow you to make it straight. Left clicking again is going to allow you to place it. You can go ahead and go into the text, type whatever it is that you want, go to save drawing template, type again whatever it is that you want. So the next time that you make another line and you just want the same preset, you can come back, click on these three windows and click on whichever it is that you want, and it's going to show you the same thing. And if you ever want to delete them, you simply just go to that little trash can right here and you delete them. I recommend that you guys pretty much make the same things that I do as well, where you have one for buy side, sell side, most recent highs, most recent lows, SMT, your voids, and then this is just whales, which is a completely different thing. To continue to keep going, here's your Fibonacci for the people that use fib retracement. These are my personal settings. Pause the video if need to. And then if you guys use the gone box, which I recommend for equilibrium, these are my personal settings. Pause if need to. So to continue to go forward, I don't use these patterns whatsoever, and the only thing that I use in projection are my long and short positions. Besides that, that is it. Here is where you're going to have your brushes. I like to use my brush especially when I'm explaining something. Then I only like to really use the arrow marker if I want to mark out something specifically and that I want to showcase. The most important one to me is going to be the rectangle. This is how I'm able to mark out my fair value gaps. This is where I'm able to mark out my liquidity zones. This is where I'm marking out my BTC zones. To me, the rectangle is very important. It's very straightforward. It doesn't really need much more explaining. And the same thing, I make my templates where I have my BTC for bears, where EQ is based at, fair value gap, different time frame fair value gap, liquidity zone, or LOD. The rectangle is going to pretty much be your best friend. I like to use the path, especially just more for explaining. And the final thing is just going to be your text. And if anything, you guys want it on your chart, on the screen, I told you, just mark it as favorite, and that's pretty much it. To finish off the video, this is what your settings are going to look like. You're going to start off with your symbol. On the left is going to be your up candles, on the right is going to be your down candles. It does not matter how you have it, just make sure that you can tell yourself. It doesn't matter how you have it. Just make sure that at the end of the day, you can recognize what the hell you are looking at. That is pretty much the only thing that matters. I always make sure that I'm an electronic trading hour so I can see pre and post market. You can change the background for that as well, and make sure that you are on your time zone. Your status line doesn't really matter, it just controls what you see up here. Your scales and lines, again, doesn't really matter, just make sure that everything pretty much else is at default and that you have your countdown to bar close turned on. That's what we want to be seeing when we're looking at live market, and we want to see when a candle is about to close. You can see also your day of the week on the labels, which is down here, whatever that might be, however you like it. Your background, solid, change it to whatever color you want. Again, does not matter. Grid lines, I like to have them turned on because they look turned off because they look ugly. Crosshair doesn't really matter. Watermark doesn't really matter. Your scales and text doesn't really matter. Just make sure that if anything you have visible over mouse for these things. This does not matter. Just keep it normal. Alerts doesn't really matter, and events does not matter. And that is pretty much it. Now, to go down here, if you guys want to do your replay trading, this is where you do your bar replay. And if you guys want to connect your broker, this is where you're going to go. You're going to go to your trading panel, and this is where you can click and log into many things. This is where you can log into your TradeStation, your Webull, your TradeAvate for people who are on fundeds, Forex.com, NinjaTrader, Interactive, or even a paper trading. Does not matter. There are a whole bunch of so many more brokerages on here, so I'm pretty sure that you guys will always find whichever one you guys are trading on. It is very simple to enter these trades. You just genuinely go to buy and sell, and it enters your position, and that's pretty much it, guys. TradingView is very simple. If one last thing, you guys want to have two charts on at the exact same time, you simply click on this monitor up looking thing up here. Go ahead, type whatever it is that you want. You can create a layout so it can immediately take you to your chart. From here, you just type in another one. So like, let's say I wanted NVIDIA open. You just have it side by side, and that's it. Now we have our chart on this side and chart on this side. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys can set up your trading view just like how I have it, so you guys are able to trade with much more ease, and that is one less thing bothering you guys and, you know, pulling you back from being able to trade to your best of your abilities. If you guys have any questions, please message me on Discord. I'm always willing to help, and have a great day.